Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing a very interesting deck in the fact that we are going to be playing a Orzhov Aristocrat style deck where the entire goal is to make tokens off of the mobilize mechanic coming from Voice of Victory with mobilize 2, make 2 warriors, they sacrifice at the end of its turn, and we're going to play 2 copies of the Pack Beast that mobilizes 3. It's really just here to make the tokens. The 04 body is obviously not that impressive considering this could be cut down. But if we're able to trigger Mobilize 3 with any of our sack outlets, not our sack outlets, our drain outlets, this is most likely going to be enough for lethal because of all the other stuff we're doing. So our main kind of win conditions here are going to be the Starscape Cleric. We know what this card does, so I'm going to kind of skip past that, along with Vengeful Blood Witch that has a slightly worse version of what Sephiroth has on it. Whenever this creature or another creature you control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and gains 1 life, which is the same amount of damage that this one does, but it is another creature in general. So our opponent's creatures and ours, any that die, this will trigger. So all those mobilized tokens we're making and sacking intentionally, we're going to get a lot of value off that. And this also says whenever it enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. If we do, we draw a card. Or whenever it attacks, we can also get that ability. Enter and attack has always been a strong kind of mechanic. It's not really a mechanic because it doesn't have like a keyword or anything. Most creatures that say enter or attack typically have very breakable abilities as they're just overwhelming. On to the rest of the card. If this is the first time this ability has resolved this turn, we can transform it. That gives us an emblem that does the same drain gain effect, which means it is uninteractable by our opponent for the rest of the game, and no matter how many creatures we have and die, that emblem will always be there. And if we make another one and flip it again, that also allows us to trigger it again and make another emblem, and now we have 2. But the best part is when these transform, because this is a legendary creature. If we have the front side and a transform side, that means the legendary rule does not apply because their names are indeed different. So it is very good for us. But it also says and gets a slightly upgraded version on the back side as well, as it goes from a 3/3 to a 5/5. Whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice any number of other creatures. If you do, draw that many cards. So instead of just 1, we can sack our entire board to instantly win if that's what it comes down to. And on to the rest of the deck, just to break it down real quick so we can hop right into the games. We have 3 cases, 3 Sanctificers. Not really sure which one was going to be better in the deck, so we just played 3 and 3. We have 2 Infestation Sage just to act as another 1-drop, and also when it dies, it makes another token, so you know it's a great target for Sephiroth. Come in, sacrifice it, make a token, kind of refill itself. And then we have this card, just a new card to play out, test out, has Death Touch 2/3. When we're winning, this card most likely will never flip. If we're losing, it will flip, and it might be too late. So who really knows if this card is going to be a beast or not? And then we have 4 copies of Dark Confidant. And then it says when at the beginning of our upkeep, reveal the top card of our library, put it into our hand. We lose life equal to its mana cost. We may have lost the game to this card today. I was completely tame about it. I didn't lose my cool at all. So, that's something to look forward to. Other than that, I got a lot of this inspiration from a list I found that made it to Mythic. They were playing Dark Confidant and Unholy Annex, which is 8 damage to the face if you flip an Unholy Annex. So I refuse to do that, and I'm playing 4 Dark Confidants. That is where a lot of it comes from that list. And I also forgot to put Concealed Courtyards in the deck. I just forgot to put them in. I sure did. I was like, I don't know what I'm missing. Put in basics, let's go. Didn't put in Concealed Courtyards. I catch it in the outro, which is not that great. So with that said, let's go game. All right, so here we are playing ranked again. Let's see if we can actually enjoy the format. My expectations are not incredible. You know, I've heard a lot of negative. I've heard it's just the same format, just repeated still. Not a whole lot of new stuff, but you never know. Never really know until you try, you know what I'm saying? As I've played the cards that are all been printed recently. Obviously, we're a Sephiroth deck and we're trying our best. Oh, Chocobo. Alright, so my opponent is playing new cards, which is pretty sweet. Here's the weird thing. I almost feel like I'm supposed to do this to get rid of the token because it's just gone forever. I think I'm going to... What target here? Adds a little more toughness, but the other one is a priority target in general. Now we just want to Sephiroth, or yeah, yes, correct. Yeah, that was one of the cards that was kind of like, I want to, brother, why are we only drawing lands? Obviously, we'll offer the trade. There's just no way they'll take it. We just draw lands and lose. That'll suck, but I mean, it just is what it is. The Lockhart deck, the landfall one, obviously, as they play, you know, chocobos and stuff. That 2/2, sure. Oh, draw him we shall. The dude. Life. A little bit of sack action here. Definitely want more cards. Double drain here, which is huge. Go here. Play this guy. How much life have I gained? 4? Sure. So now we've gained 5, so we can play Sephiroth next turn, which is super sweet. This has landfall, so I do think attacking here to gain the life matters. Because again, the Chocobo doubles it, right? And we're also keeping this limited. And also, team, we get to play our permanents back. Sacrifice this creature cards in your graveyard. Gain, you may cast a card from our graveyard. So if we hit a land, actually we don't even need to hit a land. We get to go Sanctificer, Sage, and Sephiroth here, and also attack with this. I guess we don't. We lose it here. Huh. That's a little tough. It's double, so we lose both here. Token? I guess it's got flying, but I still don't feel like that's right. Yeah, we're taking 3 here. We're at 36. I'm chilling. Wow. Yeah. Offspring here. We're gonna have to figure some stuff out. That's all I'm saying. Offspring resolves first. There's 4 here. There's 4 here. Then we just pass. Because then now what we'll get to do is we'll get to play the Sanctificer, and then we can play the Sage, and then we can play that, and then we'll gain all the life that we need. Make another 2/2. Does not have haste. They make another 2/2. I have almost lethal in the air, but I do have lethal. I'll allow it. At least we got to fight a new deck, you know. It's always fun. Up here, please. I don't want to click it 7 more times, you know. So we go here. And then we go here and then here, and it doesn't really matter what we do. Going first. A lot of lands in hand, but we'll go for it. A little weird because I really don't want to have to play my Shelter by Ghost. This leads off on Swamp, so that works out for a Sage here. I don't want to have to play this because I kind of want to sack it to this, right? Ooh. Maybe it won't matter. Depends what this means. Oh, it's just Sky Control and we have only white mana. Poggers. Oh, I messed this up. Sure. I think I need to draw a card considering my hand does nothing. Sweet. 1. I should have attacked first. Maybe they would have get lost that and then Sephiroth would have been fun. There's a temp lockdown in this game. Almost feels just over, right? Just play here. Good old-fashioned Jeskai control. It almost feels over. Well, they pass. They got nothing to do now. They can't do anything on my turn, so... Here. And they missed a land drop. You kept this and this without a way to turn them on initially, and we missed a land drop. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Yep. That does something. I don't know. I guess do this. I don't feel great about that. Need to put a second one in on it? I don't know. I don't think so. We just give ourselves the opportunity. We have lethal on board. Tap land. Didn't just board wipe last turn. They oh. It should be lethal anyway, right? Gain 2, go to 10. They have 1 card. They double top here. Oh, wait. Yo! Here. We get there in a really sweet way. This is actually one of the cooler ways I've won in a while. Cleric. Drain gain. Go to combat. Attack. Drain gain for 2 more. And then we'll hit for extra life gain here. Even if that didn't get him, we would have gained 2 more life, and then our bat would have triggered for 2 more. All right, we will keep here. We'll lead off with the voice, even though it's a little bit risky, but the reason we lead off with it, so hopefully maybe we can attack with it and have that extra land to play the Sephiroth. I called this guy Sephiroth the whole time, which is kind of funny. I assume, you know, Final Fantasy fans were not really pumped about that, but I did it. I'm not upset about it. Under Trap Trainer, sure. This has to be the Corey Steelcutter deck. It could be the Vivi deck, like where they just play Vivi instead. There's a Dark Confidant, but we want to get our boy ready. So we're gonna attack here. They'll block just one of these. They should block the token. And then we're gonna play this guy. Although maybe I should have played the O4, but I feel like getting this guy up and ready, it won't really matter that much. So we're kind of there. But if I would have played this definitely would have flipped the next turn. Does this have a way to flip back? As this creature transforms into it, we make the emblem. When it attacks, you may sacrifice any number of creatures if you do draw that many cards. Sure. It is semi-fine. So I guess now what we can do is just play 2 Blood Witches and attack and then just drain for 4. Also seems good. Don't have Brotherhood in Smile. It's 2 here, and then obviously 2 more whenever this creature dies. So it's a pretty big deal. All right, am I dead? Yeah, wild run it, dude. Got it. Figure it out. Alright, maybe I'm not dead. I don't know. This is only during your turn. Once each turn. Here. Here, I guess. And then we just have to hope they have a dead hand. Like, that's our only plan. Just have a dead hand, Smile. Sure. Which they had 2 mana available in their turn pass, so it's like very possible to just have a dead hand. Overall. Sure. Lay that back down, hit my voice. That won't work because their mana, they'll be too short on mana. Yeah, but that works, I guess. Double. Feels like there's a lot of things we could have done otherwise than what we just did, but I'll take 5. These lands are not helping, I'll tell you that. Play Dark Confidant. Let's play Sephiroth. Back Dark Confidant. 1 drain here. It's probably a higher EV that I just attack with this. And they lose 4. Alright, they're at 2. Will they have enough? Or will we get there, Smile? That's a stock up. So technically us blocking, if they don't have trample and we somehow live, will actually be enough to save us. Because we have 2 die trigger effects. Actually, if either of our creatures die, we're good. They actually have to bounce them. We can always throw blocks here. There's a Corey Steel Cutter. Is this like the reason Vivi's not that good to people? It does feel a little weird that Vivi's at 7 and I'm not just dead, you know? Like, I feel like that all that extra mana, we should be able to do some stuff, right? Unlock that, attach the Corey Steel, Monstrous Rage. Unlock the door, maybe. Lose all of our mana here. Lock and block. Or to 12, you take 4, 3. All right, cool. I felt like when they picked this up, that was kind of the bad sign. I know they end up answering another Bloodletter, but I thought they could unlock this and then drew that extra card and then just went for like the big wombo combo turn. But maybe this Talon discard and just keep going for big Vivi plays. Attack for 2. And then I will play here. They'll gain some life. That's fine. Honestly, it's not even that. I hate the fact that every time I play a creature, I have to wait for the arena client to load 2 authority triggers or a trigger in general. It's just like, dude, please. Just let me get through. What you got for me? Removal? A 3rd one? High Noon, 1 spell a turn. Okay. I can handle that. I can handle 1 spell a turn, I think. A little part of me wants to... I don't know what I want to do here. Play this. Do what? Sacrifice Bob, I guess? Although the draw is just, like, helping us so much. It's just this guy. Sure. So now we can... take the High Noon with a Shelter. Oh, they miss. Could have temporary lockdown. That is kind of a problem. A little part of me wants to play this, but then they gain the life back. But then when they all die, I get to do like a million things. Let's go to combat. Let's see if they got anything. Decline. I can also do the weird thing where I just bring up my Soul Sanctuary. But I can play this first, though. Because I can still spend mana to bring it up. Doesn't do anything, right? So when I pay mana to bring this up, it'll just enter tapped. Well, it won't enter, I guess. It'll just come to play tapped. Sephiroth doesn't count itself, so we'll see. Yeah. Now you'll see it'll be tapped, and now we have lethal on board. Ooh. I land here. Combat. Back for lethal. Yeah. Oh no! What do we do now? It's an interesting one. Here. No. Here. Ooh, land. Do I shelter something here? Maybe. Might as well. Shelter. And then I'll take away... I guess I'll take an authority. I don't really care about the high noon. They're taxed by it too. We'll play... You want to play Temp Lockdown? Very cool. Very cool. So, you know when I cut games because they're losses and it's kind of because of stuff like this? You know? Stuff like this. Alright, much better. I guess I'll put to the bottom the only card I can't play. No 1 mana spell here, which is kind of tragic, but it is what it is. Only one of those cards I cannot play, so we get rid of it. Like, hey, they mulled too, so, you know. Chances. Oh, it's the Dino deck? Well, if I know anything, I can't beat it, so. It's a tough match, that's for sure. If that's what it is, truly. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the Dino Reanimate deck. I don't know what to do here. Do I get rid of this? What is this? Deals combat damage to player. Reveal that many cards from the top of your library. Put any number of dinosaur cards. Like, do they just have the Reanimate spell? I have no idea. I'm just going to do this and just hope maybe they don't have the mana to support it. Then we'll go for, like, a Blood Witch after this. Play like a Brotherhood in, we can't win regardless. These the spoils. Discard, and so they had the mana. Now they have it even more so. So, what do you do? What do you say? When it enters, deals combat damage to a player. Oh wait, this is just the this is the old one. Duh. Right. Okay. So it has trample, so it doesn't really matter what I do. So I should play this voice, I think. I could technically have sheltered and taken this as well. But I think I need to play this voice, and then I need to play this Blood Witch, and then have 4 extra damage happen. But yeah, like, they got rid of a land. It clearly didn't matter. Alright, combo me. You got it, boss. You're gonna look at 9. I have a short where I don't even care. You can look at 9. I don't care at all. I feel like anytime I've played like an actual competitive deck, I have literally never seen this deck. But as soon as I play like an oddball deck, it's just like, you got nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Return ended? I wasn't ready for that. They didn't put anything in play? What? Here? Here? Fine. I mean, I'm gonna gain a lot of life here. So, can I take this? I mean, I have to take Gift Shaft, I think. Attack here. I think it's the only out I have. To have all these creatures die. Yeah, so they're gonna go to 2. If I had another Blood Witch, we would have got away with it. Alright, I'm at 23. Zombify does nothing. And they apparently didn't have any creatures in hand. Weirdly enough, letting them attack and hit me worked, but, I mean... That's really crazy gamble that we got away with. It's not that we really got rewarded for it, right? But here's a wheel. Discard and draw. Collector's Vault. Thing is, they don't have anything in their graveyard, right? So it, like, doesn't matter. Collector's Vault number 2. How am I here? A land works, by the way. We actually have a ton for lethal here. Land gets it done because we can bring up the Sanctuary and double attack. And if either of my creatures die, like if both my creatures die, the Blood Witch wins. So obviously we can't block here. Know that? Shelter by Ghost number 2 wins. Shelter by Ghost number 3 wins. Shelter by Ghost number 3 wins. How did we win? Alright, we go first. Hand's cool. This comes on the tap if we have a swamp. So it kind of makes me want to go... Ooh, this whole Dark Confidant Sephiroth? That's an interesting one. Or I can just go like... Ah, dude, that's where we're at. I'll even block with this if I have to. We play this and we go right into Dark Confidant. We lose more life. Oh, against mono red? I see, I see. Alright, well, I think maybe my game plan's changing. Well, does it have to change? It kind of needs to change. Dark Confidant good enough? I don't know. I'm gonna use my mana efficiently, actually. I'm just gonna hold this. I'll double block it if I have to. I don't care. Yeah, what you got for me? A Shelter by Ghost? Wouldn't make me very happy. No, we got double strike though. Want to attack with it? I'll block. Promise. Alright, sweet. I take 2 regardless at the end of that, and the Heartfire Hero's gone. Sign me up, brother. Sign me up. Yes, I will take that all day. So we're gonna play here. We're gonna play this case. Then we're gonna play here. Then we're gonna hope to draw some goodies. I feel like they only attack like that if they don't have a Monstrous Rage. I can't imagine attacking like that without a Monstrous Rage. Eh? Yo, our opponent's playing a weird deck. I'm taking 6. Bob will trade off the mouse if they if they attack. No, I'll take 6. Tough one. Ooh. Oh, come on. You know this isn't fair. Here, gain some life. Got to get rid of Dark Confidant, unfortunately. We need to find some other kind of pieces. How much does this to activate? 3? I can't even activate it. Man, I feel like I'm just about to get slammed. A lot of lands drawn. Not a lot enough cards. And then also these 1-drops have become kind of weird. I've never been like a crazy fan of Case. It's very good, but it's also feels like bad a lot of the time somehow. Not sure how. Well, my opponent's at least playing kind of like a sweet version. You know, the version of the deck that it feels like it's supposed to be, but instead we just have like with spears and Monstrous Rages and Tory Steelcutters and flings and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely playing more of the version I figured that we all kind of thought was happening. You know what I mean? I don't know where they're going. Need how many to die? 4th time? We'll strike there. I mean, I guess Sanctificer has to just block the big one, right? I don't know if they got a pump spell. I kind of have to block as though they don't. I don't have a choice otherwise. No way you drew another pump spell. That's absurd. This is so annoying. They literally Might of the Meek ripped a Monstrous Rage, dude. You're the best of all time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for doubting your power, dude. Okay. Like, why does Arena love mono red so much? I don't get it. Oh, man. Arena. Just making it harder and harder for me to log into ranked every day. Hey, look at this, dude. Why? What? It's just get a couple of basics of one color, and then it's literally the same hand. Oh, sure, dude. I don't know. Throw away. Keep the mana, I guess. And I think I'm on the draw. So it's just like feels like an auto loss. Yeah, I feel like I'm just good. You know what I mean? feel like if I'm just going to run into mono red too, on a mull to 5, I can't keep anything. Oh, Magebane Lizard it does not matter to me at all. I should have played the basic plans. I'm just molding now. It's over it, you know. Play a second one, man. You got it. Really good card. Doesn't affect me pretty much at all. If they attack, I would say if they attack is a very obvious like kind of line. My opponent cannot play a spell currently. That's just how it works with the voice. So I will attack. I think they might have been holding up a spell to maybe burst lightning something or interact with something. But says no. No spell for you. We play here, by the way, so when we play Sephiroth, we can get it to flip immediately. It will, if both of these live, will be the first time I flip Sephiroth the turn I played it, which is sick. Oh, it's every time, dude. You don't lose 1 life and you gain 1 life if this is the 4th time. I mean, do I just do it for the life anyway? I think so. I feel like I have to, right? Decline because I'm an idiot. I should have played Sephiroth and sacked one of the tokens to draw a card. But I'm really talented at this game, so don't worry about it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's only 1 creature to block here. So these will trigger, no life will be gained, unfortunately. If Screaming Nemesis goes face, which why would it not here? Yeah, target a 1/1. Go for it. So I still drain them, which is super sick. Which matters a lot. Screaming Nemesis obviously does nothing. I do got a 5/5. So I do have lethal this turn. Unless they have a Witchstalker Frenzy. It's not a lot of mono red decks play. That will require them to attack with one. Or both. So you do have Witchstalker Frenzy? Man. Never punished. Lose 1. This is an emblem, by the way. So like kind of permanent. I'm not blocking. I'm not losing to a monstrous rage. I know better than that. Sure. Case. Can't gain any life off that. You know what I'm saying? Oh. Both these got vigilance. Where are we going? And that's game. Nice Screaming Nemesis. Doesn't stop me now. It keeps highlighting. It's really funny, actually. And this is why I've only ever seen this card when I'm playing like the Omniscience or the Corey Steel deck, and it just thumps me every single time I play against it because obviously it's really good for that matchup. I'm just so happy to be playing the deck that just does not trigger this ever, and it actually hurts our opponent. They lost by 1 life because they cast a Witchstalker Frenzy and took a damage off this, which is really funny. But with all that said, done. Very cool. All right, Banish Talent's not bad. I'll just get rid of... It's gonna be a Liliana though, isn't it? The only downside, like I don't want to play this voice because if it's a Liliana, that sucks. I mean, I'm playing it regardless. No, Liliana. Another Banish Talent. Miss Land, play a Banish Talent. Ah, it's Liliana, isn't it? Oh, Deep Cavern Bat? That's actually huge. I feel like that's wrong to play, but I don't know. I feel like playing Foundation Break in our discard deck, or what's the card called? Oh. Yo, wait a minute. Attack here? See, no block. Let's play a second one of these. Fountain Port. There we go. Foundation Break. Who am I, dude? But I was so ready for an Archfiend of the draws, dude. I was like, oh no, I lost. There's no way that they only have Bandage talents. I know I said earlier like play Bandage talent, but that was kind of a joke. You know what I mean? That was a joke. Do I play Dark Confidant, or do I just activate this and just attack them for 1, 2, 4, 6? Ooh, that's a lot. Then just hold this card, force them to make me discard it, I guess. Here we go. I mean, I guess I just do this. Like, it's just hard not to want to do all that, you know what I'm saying? And thankfully, they got rid of both of these. And with only a Bandage talent, if we would have had the Blood Witch, we would have done about the same. We would have done the same damage plus 2, actually. Sure. Sure. All that resolves. Huh? Nuts. I think I have to just play this for the Liliana play. We just hope we hit a land off of it. Alright. You're to 12. You can take up to 8 here that I can think of. 9 here. Shieldred plus Deep Cavern Bat. Well, they have to go for the throat. They won't draw an extra card here, so I don't think it'll matter. Right? Dark Confidant doesn't draw an extra card. We'll take... Oh, dude. No? He only hit. Well, it's not. There's 6. I hate you so much. All right, we go first. Thankfully, our land enters tapped on turn 1. That's exactly what we want. It's exactly what we want. So we gotta play it. I mean, I could play this, but it just doesn't do anything. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I play a Bob. Bob killed me last game. Will he do it again? I believe in him. Well, also, I think like drawing an extra, like trying to draw extra lands here is important. Unless they remove my Dark Confidant. It's weird. As like the aggro player, sometimes you just leave the Dark Confidant. You just kind of roll the die on the fact that like if it hits a land for him, you know that sucks for you because obviously that's a free card draw for me, right? But if, however, it doesn't, hit a good one. It hit indeed the best one. So here, obviously, okay, let's not mess around. We're sheltered by ghosting this Stray Catcher, obviously. And then I guess I just go for the extra creature, maybe. Let me attack for 3. I could bounce this, but at the end of the day, Draycatcher isn't a threat, and I don't have to block it this turn. Could wait until my end step, because if I just draw another Shelter by Ghost, I get it for free. I guess if they don't want me to draw Bob again, that makes sense. This is weird. I don't know. It's like a couple of kind of trains of thought to go about it. So we play here. Actually, we play this a bit different. I play Case. I play here. And now the thing is, right? Profit. I want to offspring this and then attack and then gain 1,000,000 life is what I want to do. That would obviously work pretty well for us, considering we'll make 2 creatures gain 4 life, drain for 8 life, and then make 3 creatures gain 6 life, and then drain for a ton more, right? I think that's how that math works. 2 of these enter. Life gain, life gain. That's 2 triggers. There's 2 of these. Therefore, that does 4. And then, and only then, we attack for this. We have 3 enter. That makes 6 life, and then it drains for 12. Then our opponent makes a bunch of tokens. Dude, this town ain't big enough. Cut it from your Quarry Steel Cutter decks. It's not good. It's not good. I understand the idea behind it. I still don't agree. I still think it's bad. All right. Do I go Blood Witch into Sanctificer and I don't know. Maybe I just play this pack down and go the same route. But then what am I doing? We gotta go Shelter here. Or get this Draycatcher, and then I just play the Cleric and just hope they can't remove this guy. Your little token, dude. Draycatcher, I'm fine. I just this card right here, I don't believe in. Look at my 0-4, dude. Doing nothing. Every time I play this guy, he just gets bounced like I thought he would. Sure. But now they can't deal with the Sanctificer unless they have a land. Which... or they can bounce my Shelter by Ghost, I suppose. But I don't feel like that's great EV. If they have another this tally big enough. I say that. I'm actually pretty positive I have 2 copies of this card in my deck, but that's also when Corey Steelcutter came out and we thought it was the best way to do it. And then we immediately cut it because we're like, yeah, we just play Flood Malls and Spell Pierces. It works a ton better, actually. Sure. There's a lot of damage. A lot of damage I'm not blocking. Our life gain, it just makes not a ton of sense to block that. So we go here. And 2, drain some. Now, obviously, there's a lot of things could be in their hand that basically guarantee them the win here, but can't really play around that. And I don't really want to block with this or this, so I'm definitely going to attack with both. Put him to 7, you know, gain a little more life, do a little more draining. Now this is online to play creatures from my graveyard. I only have Dark Confidant, so who knows? Ooh, I mean, I don't have a flyer anyway, right? So, like, it's not our flyer or reacher. We're at 18, sleight of hand. No, it resolves, bro. It's like 14 triggers. I'm empty-handed. I can't literally do a thing. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. A lot. Can't really do nothing. Wait, did it go straight to combat? They whiff? I went straight to combat so fast. I think they're pausing here now to kind of represent stuff. I'm not conceding. You'll have to get me dead. Yo. Wait a minute. That's all we need. That's all we need. My turn? Here. Here. Yeah! 40 Steelcutter. Best deck format. 40 Steelcutter. Best deck in the format. Oh, should we have lost that game? Absolutely, dude. There is no world in which they have 5 prowess creatures and they have 2 mana with a sleight of hand currently on the stack with 2 cards in hand that I ever believe we're able to win the game. I do think there's a potential chance they made a mistake on the fact that they played the slick shot. Maybe they had a stock up in hand and maybe should have cast that instead. I don't know what else these could be, but we get 1 turn and we take advantage of it. All right, so here we are to talk about the deck a bit, and sorry, I leaned away from my mic. We're going to talk about the things that we think are good and things we think are bad. And right away, I just realized I don't have. Why are these not in it? Did I just blank on putting these in the deck entirely? Scrap the video, dude. What? I just didn't put the concealed core. Don't even rotate. We're gonna solve this problem together, dude. Oh boy. Okay. Well, now that we got that problem solved, dude, I'm not even convinced. I don't feel like I didn't even play. Like, I felt like I played this card today. Whatever, dude. I'm gonna talk about the deck. We're gonna. Shut up. All right, the weakest cards in the deck, and I think it's not close. This card. I think as a 2 of, we're just not really in the right deck for it. The Death Touch is awesome. I really feel like I would just rather have Go for the Throats as like additional removal over this because, again, Quarry Steel and stuff like that, I would like to just be able to sometimes target remove stuff. Also, Bloodletter. Not Bloodletter, Archfiend. We just insta-lose to that. So I feel like I would prefer this to be gone on that. And I would almost feel like I would like to trim down on this and then maybe here. Like, these feel like the weakest cards. And maybe where it's just supposed to be like here or something and then drop like the Sage and then drop this, right? So we have, like, we're kind of replacing our 1-drops. But overall, it felt fine. Voice was definitely a way better option than this. This is a good card, but I think playing more than 2 of these is kind of absurd. Now, obviously, we saw the positive side of this card if we do get it in play with kind of some of our drainers and like how our life gain kind of worked out. It works very well, but at the end of the day, I do think Voice is better. Our opponent can't interact with us on our turn. It allows us to kind of set up our wacky combo stuff. It allows us to flip this. And oftentimes, I've actually been unable to beat a Screaming Nemesis, but the turn we got this and got that emblem and we lost this creature, the emblem actually won us the game, which is super awesome. So it's weird. There's a lot to like about this deck, and I do think this deck has legs. I just think we have to find out what the exact kind of construction of it is. So with all that said and done, I hope you all enjoyed the video anyway, and I'll catch you in the next one. And put Concealed Courtyard in your deck. I'm leaving it in the deck, but man, am I dumb for not having it in. I don't know why. I thought we put it in. I just played all day without it. So yeah, awesome, cool.